You're on the Moose. It's Dub. I'm joined now by Neil Evans, who joins me on the phone. He is one of the organizers of the Crystal Cup that is returning after a several-year hiatus here in Fort St. John. It actually takes place on Charlie Lake. Neil, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good, Deb. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Now, we wanted to get you on because, of course, the deadline to get your teams registered for the Crystal Cup and the Sid Davis Memorial Cup is coming up on the 10th, which is this Friday. And we wanted to be sure that we talked a bit about that and made sure to light a fire under anybody who's maybe still humming and hawing about it. But first, to get us started, tell us a bit about the Crystal Cup, because there's probably a lot of people in town who maybe weren't here the last time you were able to play this.
Absolutely, yeah. So we created the Crystal Cup way back in 2012. It's out on the south end of Charlie Lake. We clear off 12 full rinks there, and it's quite a large event in terms of pond hockey. So if you've never skated on a frozen lake, here's your chance to do so. It's 40 teams in the general division, and then we have an old-timers team and a women's team. And then a few years ago, we also created a youth division, the Sid Davis Memorial Youth Challenge as well. The most we've ever seen out there is with over 100 teams, so quite a few people. So if you have yet to experience it, we really would like to encourage anyone to come on out. Even if you don't register a team, there is lots to do. Public rink, small children, there's a rink for them, and lots of kids' activities as well. Lots to be seen out there.
Yeah, I can't wait. I know we did an interview a few weeks ago on Moose Talks, and it's essentially like a festival that happens around sort of this pond hockey tournament, eh, Neil?
It is. It's very much blossomed into much more than just the pond hockey. That's originally what it was we had set up just the hockey portion of it, with the small gardens attached. But now we have lots of stuff going on out there. This year we're going to have pretty ramped up kids event. We also have snow toboggan hill. We have there's going to be a contest for helicopter rides on both Saturday and Sunday. Lots of stuff to do other than the pond hockey. We do have a beer garden that's going to be out there hosted by Mr. Mike as well. Lots of great food vendors. So yeah, essentially it's turned into one big festival. It's not just pond hockey anymore.
That's right. All right. Now, that is coming up on February 24th and 26th, that sort of weekend there, kind of at the end of the month. But, as I said, the deadline to get your team registered coming up this Friday. And we really want to emphasize, Neil, that you have to register before then. Because in the past, it was sort of like a soft deadline. That's not the case this year, eh?
That is unfortunately not the case this year. In years past, what we did is we would always extend the deadline, give everyone a bit more time to get their stuff together. This year is looking a little bit different in terms of scheduling. There's a lot of very complex scheduling that's going to take place, as well as we're going permanent. So usually it was just, get some Sharpies and write it on the board there a few days beforehand. We're going to be making permanent boards for the event, and that does take time to order and take place. So we are having a very firm deadline of this Friday, February 10th. So we encourage all teams, including the teams that may have been sponsored for the event and are some of our categories there, to please get your registration packages in as soon as possible and before Friday. We will not be accepting anything past Friday evening.
Okay, perfect. Good to know. And then finally, I should say, if you are one of these teams that still needs to register, you're thinking about it, there's a couple different ways you can do so, right?
That's correct, yeah. So we do have registration packages. They're printed off, ready to go down at Ernie's in the Totem Mall, Ernie's Sports in the Totem Mall. So you can go and grab your package there. We can also go online at thecrystalcup.ca and print your packages right off from there. Just ensure all waivers have been signed, and once the package is returned in full with the payment, then you're officially in. We need all that information before your team is officially in.
Gotcha. And the return the package, where do you take that, or is it also available to scan and send back to you?
If you're out of town, we are more than happy just receiving it scan. But for most everyone that's from around here, it's just right back to the Totem Mall at the Ernie's location there.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, as we said, get on it because this is a hard deadline. Friday evening, your last chance to register for the Crystal Cup and the Sid Davis Memorial Cup. For more information, again, you can go to thecrystalcup.ca. You can print off registration packages there, or go to Ernie's in the Totem Mall. They have some ready for you to sign. Anything else you want to say before we let you go today, Neil?
No, just a big thank you again to all of the sponsors. We've had so many sponsors come out this year, and we can't thank them enough for getting this event up and running again after 3 years. Yeah, it's always an uncertainty with restarting an event of this magnitude, but everything's coming together very, very well planned at this point.
Absolutely. Neil, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Seb.
You take care. All right, that was Neil Evans on the phone. He's one of the organizers of the Crystal Cup. That's coming to Charlie Lake February 24th to the 26th.
The sadism